Hello, my name is Philip Olaomi, and I want to thank you for joining me today at Let's Talk About Worship. This is where we engage the scriptures to reveal God's mind about the subject of true and acceptable worship as recorded in John chapter 4, verse 23 to 24. And our goal is to be able to create a worship culture that is pleasing to the Father at all times. Today, we want to continue from where we stopped last week, voice range development. And today, we're going to be focusing on vocal muscle flexibility. So, let us get right on. I know you're familiar with this sound. Ah. Yes, it's a sound that we've been doing, and it makes our vocal cords to vibrate. That's one of the exercises that we can use in order to exercise how our vocal voice, our vocal cords vibrate. So we can do that in different ranges, Ah. 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 You can do that in different octaves. And there is this part that I want us to introduce today. And it goes thus. Ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah. Now, when you do that exercise, what part of your body do you engage when you are making the who sound? What part? It's the lips. It's the lips. The tongue just stays there. So let's do it again. Ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah. Now, the interesting thing here is that when we do this, you notice that there is no change in the position of the tongue. It is our lips position that changed. So it is the lip action on display here, and it is fun. You can see how some muscles are isolated. The muscle in your tongue was isolated. So the sound is changing not because you are changing the position of your tongue, but because your lips position did change. So let's do it again. Ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah. All right, so we can do that over and over, but now I want us to introduce we can introduce modulation into it. So let's try it. It's really interesting, and as you're doing it, it's helping you. It's building up your muscles. You are able to use one muscle and isolate the other, because when you are using all the muscles at the same time, it means that there is tension. It means there is pressure right there. So let's go. Ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah. So you can go on and on like that. So if you have a keyboardist that can help you, so as you are progressing, you can go from one key to the other and keep modulating up and keep modulating. You can modulate and demodulate. It will help you. It will help you both ways. But our goal is to ensure that the larynx is not completely still. You can see that whenever we're doing that sound, the larynx, it was not still. The larynx is, moving up and down. Instead of doing, that you're going to sound fake. It will not sound original. But the goal is to be able to allow the larynx to go up and down, and be flexible so that it can produce a better tone, a better quality. So the larynx needs to be moving around, just like when you're talking. It is when you create tension around that area that the larynx is going to be still. Like I did earlier. You're not going to sound well. Yeah, so let's note that, and let's practice that over and over. You watch it, the larynx goes up and down. Ah, ooh, ah, without any form of tension, without any form of any form of pressure. Now, the next one that I want us to do right now is you can fold your hand and put it under your chin. You know, just slightly, just push it, just push it. You know, just push it gently, and you can open your mouth to do the exercise again, the exercise. Ah, ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah. Now the pressure is not in your your cheeks area, your cheek area, but you're pushing hard. You're pushing, well, not too hard, but just gently. And what we're doing, with that is that we want to use the muscle effort on our hands to push. And as you are pushing, the pressure on here, as you are trying to force the mouth open, you are exercising, the muscle, the muscle in your cheekbone area, and that part also has parts to play when it comes to singing. And as you continue with the exercise, what you're doing, as you continue with the exercise, you can also push those muscles because they're going to be stiff. If you push and you open your mouth, like that, when you're pushing against, you're pushing your chin up, you will notice that you're trying to still open your mouth like that. You'll see that the muscle in these areas, they are stiff. So as you are doing that exercise, you can just keep pushing it. And as you're doing that, you're sending a message to it to surrender, not to push against the pressure the hand is exerting, because by pressing against the muscle. And as you're doing that, you're loosening up those muscles so that when the time comes to sing, the muscle here will not be stiff. You already exercised the muscle, all the muscle that you need for singing. And you can do that, of course. You do the ha, ah, ooh, ah sound. Ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah. As you're doing it, you're going to feel it, you're going to feel a twitch in this area. So just keep pressing it as you're doing it, keep pressing it, and you will see that the muscles over here, they are loosening up. And what we're doing is to work on flexibility. We're not really focusing too much on trying to make the muscle connect, but instead we're focusing on allowing the stiff muscles to surrender, because that is when our vocal cords will be able to feel it, and you can be able to connect any muscle that you want at any time, and you can isolate one muscle at the you can isolate any muscle in order to be able to achieve your desired aim. Now you may wonder, why is it that we're doing all of this? Why are we not jumping into vocal exercises, rhythm training, hair training, and even music theory? The exercises that we're doing will prepare you for what we're going to be doing next. I've been in meetings where you can run a vocal exercise, and some folks, will not be able to do it. They will not be able to sing it. It's not because of any other thing. It's just because the right muscles have not been exercised enough. The right muscles have not been developed. And so you need to take time to develop those muscles. Those are the muscles that we're developing right now. And if you take time to be able to develop all of these muscles, any exercise that comes, any runs that comes your way, you'll be able to do it with ease. You'll be able to do it with ease. So in summary, let's keep working on what we've been doing. Don't forget the exercises that we did today. We did the sound, and we can focus on the E sound. E, as you're doing that, you can put your hand, on the back end of your your jaw, you know, and pronounce that sound and make that sound. E, you know, it will help you. The E sound, as a matter of fact, is the hardest vowel to sing. And so when you are singing it, you discover that when you're singing the E, when you're making the E sound, the lower part, the back end of your jaw is stiff. So as you are making that E sound, you're pressing it to, you know, sending a message to the muscles there to, you know, to ease up the tension, And what happens with that is, when you are able to achieve that, when you pronounce the E sound or any song, you know, that has that sound, when you're singing, it will give you a very, very good tone, the tone of a professional. And don't forget, we also did the muscle where you push against your jaw. And last week we did the ga sound, to exercise the muscles at the back of your tongue. And we also discussed in the previous lessons about the rolling of your tongue. So all of those things, we are exercising the muscles in our neck area, the muscles that we need for singing. And you can introduce range into it, you know, or you can do, you know. So all that will help you to develop the muscle in your neck area. When you do all these exercises, you will feel a sense of ease when you're singing, and you'll be able to hit the right note that you've not been able to hit before with ease. So try this. Do the ha sound, do the E sound, roll your tongue, introduce range into it. You can do the big range, you can do the small range, and you will notice major improvements in your singing. And I want to thank you for joining me this week. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Philip Olaomi Music, on YouTube and also on Facebook, and Philip Olaomi on Instagram and Twitter, and you'll be notified when we post more videos. Also, please like this video, share this video for others to be impacted just the way you are. Thank you for joining us this week. The Lord bless you. Amen.